What's good? What's good? The subject of this video is going to be sad, but my what's good response is going to be positive. I had my Home Depot orientation Saturday, which was 2 days ago. Today's Monday. The weather is improving, and I should theoretically be working 50 to 60 hours consistently between two jobs centralized in one local area. For me, that's a lot of stability, something I have not had much of over the last several years. And so I'm really stoked about that. I hope it all works out. I'm having faith, and I'm going to be a little bit tired, but it's good because if you're watching this, you are likely also in the working class and likely also struggling. You could be doing okay, and that's fine, but most of us are struggling. Speaking of work, kacha, chopsa, just moving stuff from one job to another. But anyways, okay, cancer. Cancer sucks, first of all, let's say that. And then let's say that I was pet sitting last week, and that afforded me an opportunity to do 2 interviews, one with Karen Holton and then one with Steven from the BG cast. Steven's my guy, and Karen is someone that I just love and respect a lot. I'll try to link those in the description. I would really recommend you go check them out. But so I was pet sitting last week, but it was an emergency gig that came up because people I have pet sat for in the past had a family emergency. And it's interesting in that literally days before this all came up, I had texted them saying, hey, I'm starting a part-time job at Home Depot. Are there any dates I should request off so I can still accommodate you all? And they said, no, not at this time. And then a few days later, they text me, like, kind of have an emergency. A family member of theirs, their dad has brain cancer. So they went to go spend time with him. He had surgery. It went well. He's recovering well, thank goodness. But cancer is what, gave me the opportunity to hang out with pets, which is kind of sad. I would much rather have not had the opportunity and not have her dad have cancer, but it is what it is. There's a lot of cancer going around, and I get it. Humans get sick sometimes. Let's account for that. But I also often talk about how we are being poisoned physically, mentally, and spiritually. And it might sound crazy, and I'm not the subject matter expert on this, but I would believe you if you told me that spiritual and emotional distress can manifest as physical illness, vis-a-vis cancer, or all kinds of other issues and disorders. And it's not like I'm saying that's the sole manifestation of physical or of spiritual or emotional distress, but it's a big one. All right, just got to make sure that wasn't the boss man. So anyways, it could also be genetic. It could be environmental. We're just a very sick society. And there's another thing that I'm going to not directly state, but a few years ago, they released an experimental therapeutic, we'll call it. And a lot of us were screaming, hey, you probably shouldn't take this for a plethora of reasons. Sketchy science, in addition to profit motive, in addition to our world being ran by eugenicists. You combine all of those things and you get a poison. You get population control. But anyways, okay. I want to clip in here. Let's make a note right here when I'm editing. We're going to clip in here.
A few months ago, Oh, yeah, sure. That's my wife's full name. Holy shit. Why do you know that? You know, she's the Bachelor. Yeah, okay. She was on The Bachelor, and then she was the Bachelorette a few years ago. Yeah, your boy shot up. I know. I'm aware. Dude, if you don't know, you guys know the show. I wasn't going to talk about this, but I will now. You brought it up. You guys know The Bachelorette? You know the show? It's a show where one woman dates like 30 different guys. I get in my head about it too, because she's very pretty, right? You see my wife? She's a beautiful woman, out of my league. I'm aware of it. And down to earth, she is. Yeah. Oh, what else? Hold on. She's at home right now. Hold on, wait. She's really what? She's so pretty. She is. She's going through cancer treatment. I'm going to stop recording right now. I didn't think she'd bring that up as quickly as she did. My wife, she's going through cancer treatment right now. She's doing well. I will say this. She was diagnosed with cancer, in stage 4 cancer, a few months ago in February. But I will say this. We got several opinions, things like that, and we went through treatment. We got our first scans back 3 days ago, and it's shrunk. Things could not be going better for her. So, all good. Yeah. I just got killed. I married a few months ago.
A clip of one of my absolute favorite comedians, like hands down, living comedians right now. This guy is, it's not just that he's fucking hilarious, but he has a vibe, he has an energy that I just love. I see him and I just want to fucking hug him. It sounds so weird, but I just want to hug him, and I just want to be the best of bros with him. But Jeff Arcuri, I hope I said his name properly. I've got a thing in, so I don't talk eloquent as well as I could or should. So Jeff Arcuri was recently doing a bit, and it started funny, and then it got sad, and then he finished it funny because he's just a pro. He's a pro. You saw the bit. I clipped it in here. Okay. It's wild that young, healthy, beautiful people are getting cancer. It's wild and sad. It's really wild and sad. You know, I've dealt with my own health issues. Thankfully, not cancer that I know of, but I've had issues, and I know how much it sucks. You know, my last video was about how I'm broke because I just had to drop $1,600 on a 3D scan to deal with my sleep apnea. So not just that, you know, it sucks being unwell, but it sucks that it's expensive to treat the sickness. It is very expensive. It is a very lucrative industry. It's not, you know, properly or aptly named. It should be the sick care industry, because it's all centered around how to address issues once they've arisen, opposed to preventative maintenance. Because literally, it would be just as easy as diet and exercise. I will die on this hill. Often I'll say things in my videos and I'll be like, I don't want to die on this hill, but it's something I believe. This is a hill I will die on. Diet, exercise, and meditation would solve 80% of our health issues. It would just, within 6 months. Within 6 months, if everybody got onto a really good diet, if everybody exercised regularly, and if everybody developed some form of a meditation or an introspection or a reflection, gratitude process, in 6 months we would be a transformed nation. It's so simple. It's so simple, and yet why is it not mainstream? Well, because of the earlier mentioned profit and eugenics motivations. Okay, still not the boss man. I just want to wrap up the video saying I don't want to fear monger. It's a really sad, stressful topic that we should address as neutrally, objectively, and compassionately as we can. I guess the compassion takes us away from neutrality, but you know, compassion is better than fear mongering. So if you did potentially take one of those experimental therapeutics and you are concerned, I would just use that as extra motivation to invest in your health and wellness. I have not done yoga the last week, and I'm feeling it, and I'm feeling a little guilty about it. I was just really defeated about having to spend so much money on my health and just the lazy. I was really lazy this last week. I need to do better. You could probably do better. So together, let's do better. I'm sorry for fear mongering, but there is hope. You just got to have faith. You got to trust in yourself. You got to trust in the universe. You got to trust in your community that you're building, because community will help so much with the spiritual health. Community is just awesome. I always talk about it. I'll end the video here. Thank you for watching. Likes, shares, comments, subscribe. Merch in the description below.